What's up guys, Ivan Carranza here, and today we're taking a look at the Harley Benton value strings. If you've been following the channel, you've probably watched the video I did on the Harley Benton bass, that red PJ that I got. And in case you haven't watched it, I'm gonna put a link in the description below and also a card or link somewhere up here for you to check that out. But to sum it up, I was really pleasantly surprised with that instrument, even though it's a really cheap bass. And so much that I've been using it to practice a lot lately, and also I've taken it to rehearsals, and therefore, the strings kind of died on me. I actually really like the strings it came with, but because of the quality of the Harley Benton bass surprised me so much, I decided to give these strings a try, especially because they cost €5. Not even that, I think it's even like $4.98. So I was like, if the bass has got great quality, I'm gonna assume that these are gonna be kind of the same. So I ordered them, I put them on the bass, and did a comparison between the old and new strings, so for you to check that out. So let's go into those samples. And also I did just some different playing styles, finger style, slap and pick with the new strings for you to check that out as well. The first thing I noticed after installing these strings on the bass was actually how much more output the bass had. And if you watch the demo video on that bass, on the PJ bass, I mentioned there that it's kind of like a low output instrument. I even had to really crank my gain and boost it on the way in to record. But however, after installing these, I had to dial in my gain quite considerably to avoid clipping my interface when I was recording the comparison between the old and these strings. The second thing is, as you could hear from the examples, these strings are more on the warmer, mellower side of things than bright, aggressive, kind of metallic sounding. And that can be a positive thing or a negative thing depending on your needs. I would describe the tone as, like I said, warm, mellow, with just a bit of like sparkle or crunchiness on top to give it some clarity. And they do, in my opinion, they do have really nice lows and also mids. The mid-range content is really cool, but they're not like bright string. You have to consider these are also nickel strings, so they're by nature not really that bright, but there are nickel strings in the market which are considerably brighter. So if you're looking for something like that, like a bright or you know, more singy kind of string, I wouldn't recommend this for you. But if you're looking for like a mellower string with not so much harshness, not so bright, kind of like worn in round one strings, this could definitely be a viable option for you. One thing that I would like to mention as well is that when I was changing the strings, the bass had kind of like a bit of fret buzz with the old strings. I actually really liked the way it played. They were really flexible strings, and the gauges were also, even though they were advertised as 45 to 105, I think they were kind of different. But the playability was really good, but it did have some fret buzz. I had to play really lightly to avoid, you know, getting like zzz all over the place. And as soon as I put these strings on the bass, the whole fret buzz was gone. It was playing cleanly all over the place. But that meant two things. One, that these strings have more tension than the original ones. These feel a bit stiffer. And the second thing is that the action changed a little bit because the distance from the frets to the string was a bit higher. Nothing really like massive or anything, but you did require a bit more strength to fret. To be honest, these are not the strings that I would personally use, because I prefer a bit more of a flexible feel and also a bit more brightness on top, especially because I kill strings really fast, so the more brightness they can hold, the better. But if you will have like a medium to medium high right hand attack and prefer a bit more stiffer string, like medium to medium high tension, and also prefer warmer strings, like mellower kind of round wounds, I think this could definitely be a viable option for you. Considering that they only cost €5, you can give them a try and it won't break the bank. If you would like to know more about the Harley Benton value strings and some of the other products that they offer, I'm gonna put a link in the description below for you to check that out. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take care.